Hello guys, today we will work on it assignment 3, option 2. And so let's get started. So there's a 5 part. First one, we will create 2 table woman names and man names. Then we will have a 2 txt file that we will uh, have the names, and we will copy from that to these tables. And then we will run this SQL file. I already download all these files, and then we will generate value. This call this one, and then there's a optimization part 5. We will work on that. So let's get started. So let me first create the database. Table name Javit 3 and change to that one 3. Yes, now we are on that. So now we will create table. Note list woman names and ID serial and first name bar chart. So the txt file contains Azerbaijani alphabet, so we will check if it's in the terminal when we run that this show Azerbaijani alphabet or not. So I'm gonna just change here the woman's name to the man names because it's the same. So don't need to waste our time. Now we're in the part 2 to copy from this file to the uh, tables. Let's see. Copy names F name because the exe file doesn't contain IDs. ID is already serial, so we don't need to use that. Copy from here and with CSV. It's the limiter. And header should work. Yes, let's copy. And now we will copy the same for the man table. So I'm not gonna change it to waste time, and I just changed here because it's both of them desktop. So the path should be the similar. Yes, copied from this one, and now we will run this command. Now we will run this SQL file. So I already download here. Let me open this. So just copy this first 2. Okay. Then what's the problem? Oh, made a mistake, I guess. I just copy the drop part. So yes. Problem. Okay, levels dropped, and now let's create this one. Let's create it. This one. This one also created. And now let's copy this one and yes. So we done this part. So now we will execute the following command called generate value. Just copy and paste. Actually, I want to see first if we does it show the right when because we when we copy from the txt file to those names. Let's see if it does show right, like our Azerbaijani alphabet. Um, yes, as we can see, there is Azerbaijani alphabets, and so what I'm gonna do now, just call this one, and wait, I guess. Oh, oh, there's a mistake here. Sorry. Okay, now we need to, oh, let me just, so you want to add before that timing, because we can see that how much time it takes to run this code. So now I can run all this. So I got the result. It took around 10 minutes. So I just stopped the time in order to not wasting the time. So now what we're gonna do, we will start part 5. Uh, and yeah, now let me so we need to optimize this card, and first let me run this card. So we copy this one and notes and delete this part, delete all notes, and we're good. Oh, so we need to what we're gonna do, we will add I want to check the cost. So our main goal is optimize and decrease the cost. So in order to check this cost, and we will explain the beginning of our code. Okay, so the cost is this, and we need to decrease this. So the thing that, okay, whatever. So thing that, so let me explain what we got first. So first it's the code give us select statement. It will show user ID, first name, last name, sum of amount, and amount of sum of amounts and how like sum the result. It gets from the user list and transactions T, and this one where it joins use joining statement by putting UID and T user ID. That's why it's put the U and T here, and it use a where clause and and operation to filtering this one. For example, date in this date and school SPI, group by grouping the by user ID, first name, last name, and just having no amount of count should be more than 5, and order by is ordering this by descending order, and limit is 10. So by for example, by deleting the where, it will increase the cost, and or if we delete this one, it will increase the cost because it will search uh all the dates, or if we delete this one, it will search for not only SPI or for all schools. So now let's check this one too by deleting. So first we will gonna check with like we gonna copy this one and check from notes. Let's see. Uh, Copy, and I have okay. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna run this code, see what we're gonna get. So let's first notes. So this one. Oh, delete the notice. So it's gonna take some time, but then we delete one of the, for example, school SPI, and then we check and we will see how much time it takes. So from my guesses, it will take more time because when we delete the school, it will okay, it will check the old school. That's why it can take some time. I need to change. So it's gonna take some time. So let me check. So I stopped the time now. As we can see, it took 25 seconds. Now I will delete uh this part to see school to see how much time it takes. So as we can see for this one, it took when we had a school and days. It took around like 25 seconds, but when we delete that, it took around 1 minute 20 second. So it takes more time because when we delete, it's there's a cost increase the cost. So so that's why what we're gonna do, we're gonna now we will continue to drawing the relational uh, we will draw the relational algebra schema. So let me So we go to this code. So first we're gonna this one. Okay. Okay. So the for select, we will have a projection. So this one contains user ID, first name, last name, this amount of sum, and for then we will use we will have sorry for mine. We will have natural join where the sign is like this one. So this one will have uh, u.id and t.userid from it will get the u will get from this user list and t from the transactions table. So above that we will have selection. So we have a two selection. Um, um, this one like date. I would just write date, and above this one, and here we have school. So we have two selection. Oh, so for one. Okay, then what we have above this one, we have cross multiplication. So for this one, there's a left and right side. This side it will have transaction. Just and for the left side, what we're gonna do, we will have another selection for what? For this one amount, because number of amount it will select more than 5. So what we're gonna have, we will have another selection, and above that we will have projection again. This one will contain uh, so user ID, f name, uh, last name, and amount of sum in decreasing order, and yeah, and the limit will be 10. So that's what we have relational algebra schema is. Our schema is and we will continue with the last part. So now um, let's look at the let's look at the cost of this code. Oh, that's gonna okay. Let's look at the cost of this code. Then we will use index optimization methods to decrease the cost of this. We will add explain beginning of this. Oh, just make a mistake here. Yeah, so the cost is this one. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna use index optimization method. So let's check first one, create index index um, transaction eight on transactions eight takes it doesn't take too much time, but it checks. So I got the result. It took around 3 minutes 30 seconds. So I'm gonna again uh, check the cost. This time I guess it's decreased a little bit, but I'm gonna use the other one to create index transaction instead of this one. I'm gonna use index user um not list not ID, and this one must be the user list, and ID. This one has also take a little bit. No, it just take 1 second. Okay, this one. Okay, okay. Now I'm gonna use the other one. This time index transactions user ID ID on transaction and user ID. And this one, I don't know how much time it's gonna take. So this one is also take 1 minute 52 seconds. Now I'm gonna check the cost. And same as before, and though I'm gonna check to the last one, I guess. Index transaction. Okay. So 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 this one also really would take the time. It took around 1 minute 52 seconds, and I explained, I mean, check the cost, and it was same as before. Now I'm gonna do the last one, create index user list school, and as always, and this one is gonna be school. Okay. And let's see how much time. Oh, it's 1 second already. Now let's check the cost. It was the same as before. So I think we got the first one as a very, like, our first cost was this one, and then we decrease it. We were able to get the results, decrease it here and here also, and all of them was, other of them, it was same. So that's all from my side from today. Have a great day.